Hi, it's Teresa. I know you missed me. It's great. So last writing workshop, we did a workshop inspired by bizarre headlines. Because I think everybody has a story in their background where if it were a headline, people would not believe it. They'd be like, "That did not happen." You'd be like, "That totally happened." Um, and so we kind of told our stories as news articles, but the headline was a headline that either we created or we took a bizarre, headline from the newspaper and we used that, and then our story kind of, if what we were saying kind of like fell in line with that, we would like line them up so that that was a poem. Uh, the headline that I came up with, my personal headline for where I was in this moment was, poet procrastinates herself into her next project. Because I realize that's what I've done. So I'm still writing a lot. I'm writing a lot in these workshops, but I'm also have been, uncovering a lot of poetry that I performed or that is out in the world that I've never published. So I think what I'm going to be doing is, so Dirt has been in the works for a minute. So I think it's going to be like Dirt, selected and new poems, and digging up the old slam poems that once worked, but because I was so into social commentary and I was writing so much back then because the world was just as wild as it was today. But I don't like repeating myself so much like that. Anyway, um, and I keep coming back to this poem, and I don't know if I've done a video for this poem yet. If I have, well, you're getting another one. Um, but I wrote this chapbook Torn years ago, right? Let's see, what's the date on this? I know it's before I had friends, because nobody told me that every poem should not have its own font, which it does in this book anyway. So this was 2004, and this poem that I'm about to do for you, or that I'm about to share, it's very rhyming. Like, okay, in 2004, Teresa had indeed swallowed a rhyming dictionary or two. Um, but I was so hooked into the news, and especially like the weird news, that a lot of the headlines would like resonate with me in these very weird ways, and I would do this whole social commentary and then like fall down this rabbit hole of research and blah blah blah. So this poem is 2004. So a lot of the stuff that I'm saying in this poem, the statistics have changed, the facts have changed, but in 2004, um, there was a campaign that was out there, and I can't remember who was doing it, but they were putting out like fake $1 million bills, like, this is what you could expect to be. I don't know. Everybody could be. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Anyway, um, in one of these rural towns, somebody got that, and you know, they tried to spend it. They walked into a Walmart with a $1 million bill, and they tried to buy $1 million worth of stuff, but they couldn't quite buy $1 million worth of stuff. But they bought the stuff that they had. It was rung up, and the only reason that the police got involved is because the cashier did not have enough change in her register for change for the $1 million bill. That was in 2004. Imagine what would happen today. I'm terrified. Anyway, so this bill, this book, this poem is called "I Got $1 Million Bill and I'm Spending It at Walmart." This multinational company with locations across the globe is a place I often frequent for cheap movies, shoes, and clothes. Every time they roll back prices, another business falls into a rut because when Walmart hits the town, competition bites the dust. So I got this $1 million bill. I just made it yesterday, and if anyone can change it, Walmart will surely find a way. Squeezing out the moms and pops, using up all available space. Other chains are falling off, trying to keep this hectic pace. I mean, what better place can you think of to spend ill-gotten gains in that money-hungry conglomerate that bears Sam Walton name? Now, some folks, they just don't like old Sam. They say he's the Antichrist. Those folks can't do what he's done, and they just trying to start a fight while he's created a selling legacy that spans the globe worldwide, and those mom and pops can try to run, but they sure as hell can't hide, because if Wally World don't get them, Sam's Club surely will. And these are just the types of establishments that can break $1 million bill. I mean, I just got to get some new gear. I really need some brand new stuff. With all the money Walmart has, surely they can change $1 million. Walmart has 3,500 stores in the U.S. and 2,000 plus worldwide, but will not let its more than 10,000 Chinese workers unionize. It forces its suppliers to sell at a lower cost or they do their business elsewhere. Don't mess with Sam. He is the boss. China is his bread and butter. 1.3 billion poor people to control. The government there condones their unfair treatment. Who said exploitation was getting old? And if you can't get with their practice, and you surely have to go. Yes, Wally World does have the power to put an end to your cash flow, because if Walmart were a nation with its millions of workers worldwide, it would rank the fifth largest export market that dear China does supply. So I'm headed down to Walmart. They just built one in my hood. Yeah, they displaced several families and businesses, but it's for a greater good. I hear Michael Jackson shopped at Walmart. Another celebrity shopped there too. They made change for their $1 million bills. They just got to change mine too. I mean, because I got this $1 million bill and I'm spending it at Walmart. I think I slammed that poem exactly twice. Um, and because it's a rhymey thing. Oh my God, that one's funny too. Okay, so so yes, dirt, new and selected in new poems, and then maybe I don't know if the digging out the old slam poems and giving a backstory for them. I don't know if that's its own project, but yeah, maybe I'll just do like a whole. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I am. It's just hot for no apparent reason. The weather here has been ridiculously disrespectful, and I'm just trying to kind of get a focus on where I want what I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, but you should come to the Arts Exchange this weekend because I have a writing workshop and we're talking about memoirs, and I have Teresa Stovall coming in, and they're going to do a memoir workshop, and we're going to like learn new things about ourselves and create stories, and you should totally do that too at the Arts Exchange. I'm just saying, I'm going to be here, so you should be here too. And then we can hang out and whatever. Deuces.